I guess on my hair, she look all right. And with that actually sitting there like this creams, and I had to have them, sis. All 5 of them. Here, I just had, we're gonna discontinue it, but I had to pick up their book of shadows, honey. Color grade makes cheap fan, expensive breeze, good times. Wow, so serious. Alright, you guys, third time's gonna have to be the charm. Instead of unedited, this is just gonna have to be uncut. 30 minutes, once the camera cuts off, it's gonna be that. We'll just have to pop in pictures. But it seems like, because I've been gone for a minute, things are getting out of control. So, first off, let's say, if you're a returning subscriber, I wanna say thank you, honey, I love you. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, honey. It's free 99. We're trying to keep it that way, which is why we're talking to y'all today. But behind the scenes, you all have found out I am trying to bring you all merch. But I did not want this to be something where it's just my ideas, here y'all go, take it or leave it. I wanted this to be something where it's my ideas incorporated with yours. And before I make any final decisions on designs, textures, things like that, I wanted to go over this with you all. And please understand, I love you all. I thank you all for the support. And please do not feel pressured to purchase anything if you either A, just don't like the designs, or B, you just feel as if it's not in your budget right now. I love you, I thank you. But for any and everyone who has reached out to me saying they just wanted to donate, they wanted to send me anything, I wanted to remind you all to just watch this video. And if there's anything you see that you like, just purchase one of those items instead of sending me that money. I know many of you, including yesterday, who was watching things on Snapchat, was like, you know what, I'll just send you $50. Instead of just sending me $50 and making me feel guilty for taking that, I say just pick up a few items for here for a total of $50, and then you can get those items early. And because some of those early items will be limited edition and will not be sold in the future, you might want to pick up a couple of those. But the official launch, I am hoping and praying we can get everything up and going on June 1st. That is what I'm hoping for. And where the business things may get pushed back, but that is what I'm hoping for. If for any reason you want to do a pre-order and get your items early, people have been doing that. You can contact me later on. I will leave all of that information in the description bar because I wanted to make sure I was good at everything that I'm offering before I brought it to you all. I did not want to say, oh, I got it right one time. We're going to go ahead and put that on the market and hopefully it keeps going. No, anybody can get it right one time. It's about being able to get consistent quality and selling things that you would actually want to buy, because the main reason I wore this shirt today, you see it just says, man, I had this shirt for years, and it's things like this that I realized, Torrence, you love vinyl t-shirts. You love things that just say and express how you feel, and sometimes you wear your feelings on your shirts. Not all the time, but I am someone who absolutely loves t-shirts. Over 95% of my tops are t-shirts because right now I'm at home, I'm chilling, I'm relaxing. There's no need for me to be wearing a suit and tie to sit in the house. And so what I wanted to do is make sure I got my opinion as well as yours to see what we're gonna do. A lot of people do not mind wearing polyester shirts. I am someone who has come to find during testing that they work wonderful for vinyl and sublimation. The problem is I just personally don't feel comfortable wearing them all day, every day. I find I prefer 100% cotton. So I did do a poll on my channel and I asked you all, what did you want? And I believe 75% of the votes said 100% cotton, but you all chose lightweight. And that was something that truly shocked me because I thought everybody was going to want the heavy, thick, durable. They figured, you know, if they're going to pay for it, they want the most bang for their buck. And I figured everybody was just going to want the heavy cotton simply because it's the most. It would have been a thick 6-ounce t-shirt, but everybody is saying they want something lightweight. They want that soft cotton. They want that luxury feel. And to me, I believe on the back end, the prices would have been about the same because I know the one thing I wanted was 100% cotton from my point of view. I also wanted something that was tagless and something that had a rip away tag, because many people are uncomfortable with the tags on their shirts. It bugs them, it bothers them. My aunt used to feel like it was a bug in her shirt, so she always cut them out. And I'm someone who's got accustomed to just buying shirts that have the logo stamped there or nothing there. So getting a rip away tag was important for me, but that was something I was going to leave in there. So if you got the shirt, you can see you got the correct size, and that was something you would be able to rip away yourself. I did find a brand, and after researching, because those thicker shirts would have come from, I believe, Gildan. I would have gotten their luxury shirts, which would have been the Hammers. But instead we are going to go with Bella and, Bella and Canvas. We're going to go with their shirts. They have some amazing quality, beautiful, extremely soft shirts. We're going to start everything off with the white, and then we're going to branch out further next out with black, and then we can work up to other colors. I did not want to try to offer 20 different products, 20 different colors, and have to charge an arm and a leg because I put so much money into it. The one thing I wanted to try to do was get this business started without owing anybody anything. I wanted to just try to save up, start small, and build and add products to it. I did not want to be that brand like a lot of these makeup brands who try to come up with some of everything, and you realize this product is fabulous, but this one is trash. This one they shouldn't have even come out with because they didn't even have the shade range for it. And I understand that because my audience is different sizes, I wanted to go with a brand that offers a variety of sizes. And Bella and Canvas offers sizes so far from extra small to 5X. Now, of course, the larger the sizes are, the more they cost me on my end. But I'm hoping and praying that I can still charge an even price across the board if, based upon, you know, materials and everything, I can even it out, and hopefully enough sales from one end balance out the sales from the other end, because I just want to try my best to try to offer up to that 5X at the exact same size that I'm offering the extra small. Even though it may cost me a little more, I'm trying to just say, you know, we can bite that bullet and not make our fuller figured customers feel worse and have to pay more than the smaller customers. So that is the thing. So far, all sizes will be adult unisex. I will have a sizing chart posted pretty soon. That should be going up the day after this video so that everyone can see what the measurements are for those shirts so that you can order accordingly. I'm just nervous. Like I said, I've tried to record this video before, and I just want to get into it. I got my notes here. The very first thing, the thing that was probably going to be the easiest for me, and the thing that is going to be the most affordable. Once again, things are going to range from $15 up to $30. The most affordable and the first item, and so far my best selling item behind the scenes, is the coffee mug set. Now, the one thing I wanted to do was bring you all items that I know other people brought, but I did not want to try to charge more than anybody else, because I understand that even though this is something I'm making myself, so it's going to cost me a little more because it's costing my time, they can have things mass produced and just ship them straight out. I want to still understand, Torrence, people not just going to pay you more just simply because it's you. So right now, the average price range online, you can check for yourself, for an influencer coffee mug is about $15. But I'm like, Torrence, how can we beat them at their own game? How can we step it up and make my people know we love and support them? And we're going to step it up by doing not only the coffee mug, but the coaster to go with it. And we're still going to offer it for the $15. And baby, get into it. Look at this beauty here. Let me come a little closer so you all can see her. And the reason I chose red for this, I want to make sure my camera is catching this, is because I love you all, and because I added those little hearts there, this red here is popping. She is glamorous, and you know I love me a red lipstick. And I did not want to do lips on these items yet because I wanted lips to be limited edition, because I wanted to wait until I had enough money to do my own custom lips and put that on there. I haven't learned it on the Cricut yet. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that, but even if not, maybe one day I'll be able to have it done by a graphic designer who can do me a custom logo for it. But for now, this is what we have. This is going to be the main item. And behind the scenes, I've also been making these custom for people. But for $15, you would be able to get this mug as well as its matching coaster, honey. So tell me, coaster is big enough where this mug, 15 ounces, she sits on there, honey. You have the space to make sure she will fit there. She is beautiful. It does have its cork backing. This here is completely dishwasher safe because this has the cork backing. I would just prefer you wipe this off. The design on these is sublimation, so the ink is infused into the coaster. Ceramic here, I'm telling you, this is not going to come off. You don't have to worry about this being like vinyl or anything. No matter how hard, this is not going to peel off. You can soak it, you can wash it, you can eat out of it. She's beautiful, she's good, and so far I have not had anyone tell me that any of them have come damaged. I've had them delivered in Michigan. I've also had them sent across the country. Let me see if I can pull up some of the pictures of some of the ones I've had custom made, because in the future I do want to offer that service. Right now I'm not offering it because I just want to make sure I get a little more time and a few more designs going before I get that going for you all. But I did send a few off. These were as just gifts, so although they did tell me everything is beautiful and I do trust their opinion, I do just want to put that out there for you all that they did not, just pay me for those. But one of the getting out there. One of the designs I sent out was this picture here. I sent that out to Heather Austin. You all know Heather is an amazing, beautiful, talented woman. If you have not checked out her channel, you can check that out right here. This is the design I made for Heather Austin. This next set here is for my girl Champagne. Baby, Miss Champagne, Janessa J. I put hers up right here. This was all done from that same one sheet. It was an ombre sheet that went from, I believe, pink to blue to purple. And I was trying to figure out a way to use those. And I wanted to use those 4 cups, but I realized there's a different way I want to do those, and we'll speak on that later. And I also sent this one out to a previous giveaway winner. There's for Miss Lupe Cannon. Hey, Miss Golden Glow, hello, 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 baby. I love you. I miss you, honey. I sent that out to her. And as you can see, everyone loved everything. Those were beautiful. And I'm thinking of sending those out in the future, doing those custom. Right now, I am doing those in the state because I do have family and friends who can deliver those for me. Like, let's say if I go visit my mom and one of her friends say they want some because they've seen it, I know I can get in contact with her because I can interact through my mom. I can always just make sure my mom passes them over to them. I don't have to worry about mailing those off or doing anything online. We can just exchange numbers and do that like that. But I want to be able to get that in a more professional way for you all for custom things. But if you want something before then and you want something pre-order, you can email me for that. Once again, that information will be down in the description bar. But the first thing, $15, will be the coffee mug set. The red will be the official standard color for the, what was I about to say? For the collection, this is what I'm thinking of. If you all think of a different color that you would all prefer, let me know in the description bar. But in the future, I was thinking of doing other colors for this for limited edition, such as some of those ombre prints that you all just saw for Janessa J and Heather Austin. But what I was thinking, instead of doing it that way, where you would get different colors, I figured out a way of twisting the vinyl and getting it to ombre going left to right. And I think that would be much more beautiful. So in the future, this will always be our permanent color, the red, if you all like my idea. And we will have limited edition colors for that. That will be ombre and mystery bundle colors. But we're going to start off with just that at $15. The next item up, we have 4 different shirt designs, and I'm keep looking at the clock because so far we're about 13 minutes in, which should give us some time. I'm going to pull my pictures back up because I want to make sure, just in case I need to get inspiration from one of those, I can show you all that. So let's pull this over. First off, because once again I am using the Cricut to cut out these designs, I do have size limitations on what I can customly do. If there are ways of layering and getting bigger things, I haven't gotten that far yet. So what I do is stick to what they have. And my very first item that I cut out, I'm going to always keep this, is this Cricut piece here. I may in the future go ahead and use the rest of this sheet, but I still see me cutting this little piece off and saving that because this came with my first design. And the first thing I designed was a set of coasters. After this, I'll put that picture up, and you see that's also with this. And this piece here is 13 by 13, which is their smart vinyl, but their average vinyl, which will come in a roll that looks like this, is only 12 by 12. And that's why I put these gloves on so you all can see what a 12 by 12 sheet looks like. So 12 by 12 is this large. And you can cut up to 11.5 by 11.5 because you still need room to weed out your design. And you can see on somewhat of my size, that's about this big. I believe I wear an adult men's medium to large, depending on the design of the shirt. Right now I'm wearing a medium, but of course, because I love more, form-fitting clothing, some people may say I wear large, but that's up to them. And so I wanted to try to use up as much of that full 12 by 12 inch space on the design. So of course on a smaller shirt it may fit up more space, on a larger shirt it may look smaller, but all designs will try to be up to that 11.5 inch wide. Some designs honestly could have gone larger if I went with a different manufacturer, but it would have cost me a lot more to get that done. And I did not feel as if it was worth making things that big, because when you see some of these designs, you will realize how large 11.5 by 11.5 can be. So let's go. Let's flip these shirts over because I got a lot of designs and I want to show you all not only some of these good designs, but also some of these bad ones. And because that just fell back there, she's going to have to be back there because we're not chasing her. The official design that I want to use for Makeup by Torrence, which is, the channel name, is going to be this here. Now remember, these are all on Hanes shirts just because these are what I was practicing on. More than likely, these are going to go to family members, friends, or be just tossed in an order for some of my pre-orders. But the Makeup by, excuse me, got a burp there. This is what I hate about uncut videos. But for Makeup by Torrence, we have this here. Baby, look at her. Let me bring her a little closer. This is going to be our official glitter tee, and I'm trying to catch it in different lightings so you all can see the textures. I am also going to post pictures and videos after this goes up on Instagram, Twitter, and all the other pages. And what this shirt shows you is my name here, Makeup by Torrence. I want to make sure I can get this up so you all can see it. And what we have is 13 hearts on here. I'm not sure if you all know this, but I was born on the 7th, so I wanted to put 14 hearts, but there are only 13 because the one that is missing is mine, honey. Not mine, yours. I got that wrong. Your heart is the one that's missing, so your heart added will make number 14. Mine is number 13, and I added number 13. If you look at all of them here, they are all floating and they are all by themselves. Number 13, which is mine, is sticking right here by the word buy, is actually attached because I wanted my heart by your heart when you buy it, and that'll be our total of 14. Each other one, they may even be extremely close, but they are all by themselves. This here is, I believe it's almost 12 inches wide. It should be at least 11, and it's going to come down about 6 inches, and I wanted to make this a half shirt because I did not see any reason to make my name so large and to have this special texture. This is a glitter vinyl, but it also has a second process done on top of it to dye it this blue. I wanted to make it this blue so that it could be our permanent shirt, but this can also be transformed to any other color that I wanted. And I'm going to show you some other shirts that I did because when I first started, I did want to do purple, but I found that the purple didn't give me everything I wanted. So I wanted a dark blue, but I realized keeping it this light makes it much more wearable for any and everything. I've been able to wear this shirt with some black pants. I've been able to wear it with blue pants. Not this particular one, but I have other ones. And I can even show you what that purple one would have looked like, because it's not that the purple was bad or anything. It's just that it didn't give me everything I wanted. And this is what, in the future, a limited edition purple shirt is going to look like. As you can see, it's absolutely stunning. Same process I would go through to make that blue one, and many people, purple is probably what's selling out behind the scenes because a lot of my aunts and them love purple, but I know I have a few of these purple. I think I got another one over here. Let me check, because I got them stocked up some everywhere. Yep, got another right here. Because I kept trying my hardest to see if I could get that color to show up any darker. I just wanted you all to see and know and trust. I have been testing this process out. I've been giving these shirts out to family and friends to make sure that they can wear them. But it was only so many of those Bella and Canvas shirts I could buy behind the scenes when I just wanted to test a process out, that I just started buying the Hanes shirts once I realized all I need to do is get the process down. I have no doubts about the quality of the shirts. So for Makeup by Torrence, remember this here, it's going to be a permanent shirt. It's only covering half, but because it's 2 layers of special vinyl, this shirt here is going to retail for $20. This is going to be one of the least expensive shirts, but this one is only going to retail for $20 because it only went up half. If it would have went up to the full 12 inches, I would have made this $25. But I want this to potentially be the best seller, so I wanted to try to keep it as low as possible. It will come in white. In the future, we will try to offer it in black, but this is what I want to be the best-selling shirt. I'm hoping this is the one that everybody loves the most. Once again, you don't have to worry about that glitter coming off. She's cooked in there, baby. She's on there. She's beautiful. She's sparkly. And in the future, I want to do ombre designs of this shirt, and I want to see if I can pull up a picture of it right here. You all can check that out. I did that for a client named Monique. Hers was a solid pink, but then I also went in for a different client. You see this one here, it says Priscilla. Hers has an ombre going up and down, but then I realized I could do 2 ombres of the same color if I flip the sheet, because that Monique and Priscilla came from the same sheet, but then I rotated it the other way, and now you can see with this one that says Pretty Tea, it gave me all 3 colors for that one client, and then I was able to pull down that sheet down to the bottom half and get this one for Butter Pecan. Same sheet that I was able to do Pretty Tea and Butter Pecan was a copy of that Priscilla and Monique. So I realized rotating it gives me 3 colors for one client, and that's a much better way of doing things. And I only learned that through practice. And so that's something that I wanted to bring. Once again, that shirt's gonna be in white. The blue Makeup in Torrence will be the first shirt, $20. Let me know if you have any issues, any questions, comments about that, on how you wanna change that. Maybe you feel as if 13 hearts is too many. Maybe you don't like the number 13 and you only want to put the full 14 and switch it up. I'm taking ideas. I just want to know how you all feel. But so far, that has been the design that has been selling. Also, what do we have here? Okay. Now, this shirt here is messed up. I have been showing you all. I even posted a video, I believe, yesterday or the day before showing you. I have been trying my hardest to get this technique down because I cannot figure it out. And so what I have decided to do, instead of bringing this in foil, I'm going to make the foil version a limited edition version. And this shirt is going to go for $25 because we are going to make this a full metallic shirt. It's going to be in purple metallic, but I want to show you why we are not bringing this to you all yet, because I still want to get it perfect. I think this is the one that has been driving everybody crazy. Everybody has been looking at this and wanting it. And you see it says cheap fan, expensive breeze, good times. And baby, I cannot wait for you all to get this. This is a foil technique. This technique is the most expensive of the line. It is also the most difficult to do, which is why it is taking so long. I did earlier get it correct, but because that was my very first time getting it, I still don't want to bring this to you all until I know I can get it perfect. So in the future, she will be $25. It could have been $30, but there will be a technique I will bring y'all that will make it $30. But once I get the foil right, she will be $25, but so far she will be purple metallic. And I want to show you all once again, this shirt has been through phases because I have this one here. Where's another one we get? Oh, this one here. Y'all see, this is that first one here. The cheap fan. Then we got one right here. Every time I did this design, I could not figure out what I was doing wrong. I want to bring it closer so you all can see right here next to the word good where it gets patchy. You can see I was tearing the foil off a little too hard, and it started to get these little white patches on it, And I just did not like that. And I did not want to bring you all something that I did not think was perfect. Like, to know that on this side of the shirt, it was beautiful. It's amazing. But right here on this side, I want to make sure you all get a good view of that. It's just these areas where you can see that letter G, you can see the white underneath it, and I just did not want to bring that to the market to you all. A lot of people were saying they love it, they think it's beautiful, and so I do have some coworkers that may get these shirts just because they think they're nice, but there's no reason I wanted to sell this to anyone until I got the process right. And so that shirt has been through many changes because once upon a time, she used to look like this. But then I realized this was the same font from the Makeup by Torrence shirt. And I'm like, she's her own design. She got her own thing going on. Give her her own style. Don't take that other one. So this is another shirt where it looks good, but I could not get it right. Same thing right here with that G. It's looking patchy. So I have family and friends who think this shirt is stunning and they want it. So I may just go ahead and give it to them. But there's no way I can bring that to market till I got it right. But what I did get right and what I always got right, this was the very first time I even attempted it, was getting the purple metallic. It's not quite foil, but a lot of people were saying they were worried about if foil would hold up over time. And because this is vinyl metallic, I know she is going to be beautiful. And you see the way she reflects in the light, she's amazing. The thing is, I'm not 100% sure if I want to go with this company because so far I've been testing them out with other companies against their metallics, their normal ones, their holographics, everything. And so far the other company has gotten my attention. And so for metallics, before I actually pick this particular color, this layout, I am going to test the other company out. And I'm going to bring that to you all to see if you like it, that color better. But if I like that formula better, because so far this looks amazing, this feels amazing. But if I feel as if that other one is a little thinner and sticks to the fabric better, I will go with that one. But the Cheap Fan Expensive Breeze will have this layout. It will be a purple metallic for the permanent. She will be $25 because she's a full sheet of special vinyl. But in the future, I will be bringing her in foil. What I will do though, for those of you who are willing to make a pre-order before we get things up in June, because I posted this on Snapchat, and I think I posted it everywhere, but Snapchat is where you all went crazy. I managed to finally figure out what I was doing wrong with the foil, and that was taking it off a little too fast. Although I was putting it on at the right time, and I took it off at the right temperature, I was using a little too much force and pressure when I did it. And so I, went back to, I keep saying I was taking a class. I was practicing with family and friends, and I went and practiced with a coworker earlier today, and he showed me how to do foils, and look what I pulled off earlier. Now, because this is my first time doing it, I don't want to just quite bring you all foils. And I'm trying to get this in camera view, and you can see this is an old t-shirt. You even see that deodorant stain right there, because baby, I ran out of shirts because I'm saving my money to get our shirts in stock. But this is an old shirt from my closet, baby. And I'm like, don't get mad at the deodorant stains, baby. Be happy that I'm clean. But this here pattern, I have a bunch of this in stock right now because I did not think I was actually going to use it. I bought it by mistake. I meant to buy a different rainbow color, but everyone seems to love this pattern. So what I think I'm going to do, for those who do want it for the pre-order, if you pre-order the Cheap Fan Expensive Breeze shirt for the $25, if you want, you can get it in that purple metallic, but I am willing to upgrade it to this rainbow foil for free if I can get it down pat. Give me another week to let you know. If not, it will only be purple metallic. But if within the next week I can get a 100% rate on doing 10 shirts in a row, I will offer you all the foil, and that will just be limited edition. After the pre-order, this shirt will not be available in this foil pattern because I'm going to make sure I use it all up, and once that pattern is gone, it's going to be gone. Because this in limited edition, its first actual sale will be that purple foil that I've been trying to get right, that I've shown you all, because I have plenty of that over there because I knew I had to bring you all a purple shirt. So let me put this down here in this bag so I can get that out the way. And let's restart this camera. I said it was gonna be uncut, but baby, we're gonna have to do that because we're gonna have to bring this other shirt. Let's get this going. Okay, looks like we're right here. Next shirt. Another shirt where I wanted to do something special like the foil, but I can't get the technique right. And this is one where I can't get nothing about the technique right. I get it cut out, I get it laid down, but as soon as I get to putting that heat to it, it all goes bad. I've never gotten it right. I've practiced, I've tried, so this will have to be limited edition in the future. And because this is special vinyl, in the future, the limited edition will be $20. But this will be the absolute cheapest shirt because it's going to be basic vinyl and it's only going to be a half shirt. I wanted something that you could wear on an everyday basic day. I know a lot of the other designs are going to be either colorful or have texture like glitter or bright colors and things. And I wanted something that could just be laid back. Of course, it's still going to be over the top because it's me, but I wanted something that just did not scream to you, but technically the shirt still does. And I want to show you why we're not bringing it in puff vinyl yet, because I messed this up. And what I have come to find out is puff vinyl is considered to be the most difficult in the industry, and I see why I'm having issues. But baby, look at this. No ma'am, honey. Look at that. That is the most ugliest, wrinkliest, raggediest. You can't even see until that says no ma'am, honey. And that's why we're not doing that. No ma'am. No ma'am, we're not doing that. This shirt is hideous. And it's so ugly that I want to keep it because it looked like one of them old wrinkled dogs that they have. Well, the dogs aren't necessarily old, but they look that way. And I cannot get this right to save my life. And even the people that I've talked to, I know one dude who said it literally took him 2 years to build up the courage to do it because the first time he did it, he messed it up and he didn't want to go back. I think the issue that I have is because the company that I went with for this one, this is a two-step puff vinyl. And now the industry has updated, just like the makeup industry. New textures, new patterns are coming out all the time. And a company has come out with a one-step vinyl, and I'm hoping that can help me. But as long as I do this each and every single time, I'm not going to be able to bring this to y'all. So what I have done is, instead of trying to practice with this expensive company that I think is going to bring me the amazing results, I have some old raggedy t-shirts, some old pants and things. I've been asking family members, just donate fabric so that I can practice, because I don't have to get the technique right on a brand new shirt. If I can get it right on an old shirt, then I can bring and start practicing on a new shirt. But I just need practice. And when I tell y'all, the bottom half of this shirt will be getting used later on so that I can keep going. Not today, but tomorrow, because there's no point of wasting this shirt. And I might even just finally cut him up, throw out the stitches, so I can use the back half of this shirt, because I don't want to put something on the back and then this front half start melting on things. But I cannot bring the shirt to you all. No ma'am. You see the way she looks. It's just not going to work. But for $15 on a white shirt, what we will be able to bring you all is this design here. And she looks beautiful. Now, I had to use this gray shirt because she came in that black and white multi-pack that I purchased. But this is what that shirt will look like for $15. No ma'am. No ma'am, we not doing that. Look at her. I wanted something that was simple and basic and to the point, and you all know I had to do a no ma'am shirt. You all even said that in the comments, like, you got to do something purple and you got to do something no ma'am. And I figured this is a shirt anybody could wear, and I got this design right first time. It's so easy, it's so fast to do this, that I honestly think this may become the bestseller, simply because it can go with anything. In the future, I'm hoping to bring it in gray, but once again, we're going to start off with white. We're going to hope to bring black in later, and then we can, add additional colors. Usually gray would probably be the next one. But I chose this layout because, one, I wanted No Ma'am to be loud top at the big, forefront of the shirt. The thing is, I myself cannot trademark No Ma'am because it's such a common and popular phrase. So I had to add something to it that makes it what I would say. And I'm used to saying, no ma'am, we not doing that. They got me on video saying that at work. I've been saying it for years because once I'm not into it, yeah, we're not doing that. Whether that be me, myself, and I, whether that be me and you, whether that be me and the makeup industry. No, ma'am, we're not doing that. Selling me a color palette that I already got, but naming it something else and putting it in a different package. No, ma'am, we're not doing that. But for $15, she's basic vinyl. She's only half a shirt, and that's why instead of being $20 for a full shirt, I brought the price down to $5 because she's half. And I'm hoping in the future, when we do it, you know, on a black shirt, we can have it on white vinyl, and maybe even we can have some different color changing vinyls and things like that, which would only bring the price up $5 for the special. But the thing is, this looks beautiful. I've been getting this right the first time, each and every time. The thing is, I think I'm going to go with a different vinyl company because although I think this is beautiful, I want to see if I can bring this close to you all so you can see what I'm talking about. To me, I feel as if the vinyl on this shirt sits on top of the shirt, and I think it looks like it sits right on top of the shirt. I'm not sure if the camera can pick up on the angle of that, but there are certain points where I just feel as if this vinyl, like I said, it just looks, it feels a little too thick to the point where it's not going to bother you. But if you're used to wearing vinyl that's thinner, this is something you would just notice. If you gave someone this shirt, they would be truly grateful. I love it. The vinyl that I have from this company, I'm going to continue to use because the only thing that is wrong with it is I tested out this vinyl from a different company. And once I realized how thin this one is, it's like, oh, this is melted into the fabric. That's melted on the fabric. And that's what it feels like to me. And that's why this one here is in purple, because once again, I had those gray shirts. So in the future, I will be able to offer purple vinyl because I do have a lot of this, but I want to start off small and slow. I want to make sure I take my time. So for the pre-order, just like with the foil shirts, if for any reason you want to get the No Ma'am shirt on white with purple, because I do have plenty of this purple vinyl, I can do that for the same $15. Once we get to our normal launch in June, you will only be able to get that in the white shirt with black. But for the pre-order, if you do choose and you let me know you want to get this in purple, I will be able to do that for you. But once again, that will be $15 on the white shirt. You'll be able to get that black or purple on the pre-order, black for the normal one. This last shirt, this fourth shirt, I think might be the most sentimental of them all. It is the one that got me like, oh my goodness, honey. First off, price, $25. The reason this is $25 is because one, it's the full 12 by 12 shirt. I believe this custom design is going to be more about 11 by 11 or 11 by 11 and a half, because I wanted to make sure, one, I put this certain warp design on it. Excuse me, I have a hiccup here. Because of this special fabric, it's sort of like how, you know, if you were to take a shimmery eyeshadow and just put that right there on the inner corner, even the smallest amount will stand out. But if you were to take and put a multi-chrome on your eye, you need a little more space for that color to show up so that it can shift in the light and you get the true hue and truly enjoy the full effect of the shirt. And that's what I wanted to bring with this. And it hit me when I was talking with my aunt and them that we never picked out a name for the group. I have subscribers, honey, and you all love me dearly, and we never picked out a name. And the one thing we wanted to try to incorporate was, I'm always talking about the fan. I love me a good cheap fan, honey. I keep them right here, baby. Like, anytime I need me a cheap breeze, baby. Well, no, an expensive breeze with my cheap fan, honey. Because, you know, sometimes that fan ain't always cheap. But I'm like, okay, what animal do we like? What things, what type of things? I'm like, we like fairies, we like unicorns, we like magical things, we like cosmetics, we like makeup. What can we bring into all of that and make it seem good and do this? And at first, because we're still taking ideas, nothing's finalized, honey, this is why we talking, I was thinking, how about we could be the cosmetic chameleons? And then, because I'm thinking like, baby, it's been plenty of times when people were like, baby, She looked like a catfish, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, glad she a catfish, because, baby, I'm closer to a chameleon. I like to change my colors up, but you won't always know who I am. I ain't going to switch it up on you, honey. I'm going to look like me. You know what? But I started looking it up, and then I started realizing, one, although I don't find chameleons ugly, I think there's, you know, the colors and all that's nice. I'm like, an animated version of a chameleon to be cute. A regular everyday picture might not be the most flattering, and most people might not care to walk around with a picture of a chameleon on their shirt. But I'm like, we're gonna still run an idea by them. You know, they may be good with it. We're not talking to kids and stuff who worry about looks that desperately. Where I don't want to be associated with that icky little. I'm like, my audience is grown women. But then I started looking things up and found out that there was an Instagram channel called Chameleon Cosmetics. And so I'm like, although we're going the other way around, to see somebody else already got the page and it's not the most flattering, you know what, we'll keep it going. But the one thing I wanted to show is how fabulous this fabric is. You see that shift. The color is beautiful, but I kept telling myself, Torrence, you wanted something just a little more green. I'm getting this and I'm looking and I'm seeing more blue to purple. And the problem with that is, because this fabric is so sheer and so beautiful, it does not have a backing to it. And if I were to put this on a white shirt, you would not get the exact same colors you're seeing here. This looks this way because it's like an eyeshadow where, because the black base is there, you would get this. But on a white shirt, I believe it was looking more reddish. And it was like, yeah, I need something that's a little more consistent across the board. So although I love this formula, I need a different color. So then I switched over because I'm like, I ordered another color, but I'm waiting on that in the mail. That should be coming later this week. So I switched over and tried a different brand. And when I tried a different brand, I found the perfect color. But once again, I'm like, your fabric sits on the shirt, not melted into the shirt. So look at this color. And this color is what I have coming from that first brand. And to me, this offers me much more green. And you see how that bluish purple color comes through? That looks just like, it looks like the perfect eyeshadow to me, and it looks just like the animal that I wanted to go with next. So I'm like, okay, Torrence, although this fabric to me is a lot thicker, like once you rub it, you can actually feel that this feels thick on the shirt. But I'm like, that color is undeniable, but I have to have it. So I'm like, we got to figure something else out. Okay, we know we want this formula, this color, but we need a different name. What do we do? So I'm like, Torrence, what name can we come up with? And then I realized the animal that looks like that is a peacock. And I thought about it like, wait a minute. A peacock is perfect, or at least in my opinion. I'm hoping you all think so. I said, it's a beautiful bird. It has that colors that I love, greens that I absolutely love. My favorite color to accentuate that is purples and blacks. But the color that you all love to see the most, that I tried my hardest to fight against, which is why I made it that Makeup by Torrence, is because I wanted it to be something we both love. I love that glitter, y'all love blue. I said that shirt has the green, the purple, the blue, and the black. Peacock has the same. Peacock also has really long lashes. You all tell me how my lashes are beautiful, and I love that compliment so much that I barely wear lashes, so it's like, and a peacock has those beautiful tail feathers that fan out. In the future, we can have the logo fanned out across the feathers when I can get somebody that I can have customize it. But until then, I said, Torrence, what if we call ourselves either the palette peacocks? Because we are always using custom palettes. You know, I make custom palettes. I would take my singles and do one all the time. But when I first looked at this color, I realized that one, this color once again has a little too much red in it. So I'm like, this is by the same company that got the right color, but I tested the light and dark version of it just to make sure. And I'm like, no, this too much red. That color there is right. But I'm like, we can either call ourselves the palette peacocks and we can go with this color, or The one that I was thinking of, because I said, Torrence, you think you a pretty little mother brother, and you always do a cat eye. You love you a cat eye. What if we called ourselves the Purdy Peacocks? And look at this color here with the Purdy Peacocks. It has that bluish green going. It has that flip, and I'm like, although I still want to go with the formula of this company because they are so much thinner, the fabric lasts a lot longer, but this color of Purdy Peacocks on black, and I think this will be the first black shirt we will launch. Although the other three would be white, because this will be the namesake of our fan base, the Purdy Peacocks, and you see I put those two R's as P-U-R-R-T-Y, because Pretty Peacocks was just so common. And I believe if you Google Pretty Peacocks right now, I believe, and I don't remember the artist's name, but paintings of peacocks come up. And I'm like, I don't want to come in and try to take a name over that somebody else is already working with. But Purdy Peacocks will give us our double P's, honey. Even, and my sister's like, what if y'all do Purdy Palette Peacock? I'm like, we taking suggestions, we don't know. But I was already able to create this before I ran out of that cheaper design, cheaper vinyl. So I really want to see what this is going to look like with that expensive vinyl, because I want to bring this a little closer to see if you all can see what I'm talking about on how, when I say it sits on the vinyl, do you see how you can actually see the layer between the t-shirt and the actual vinyl itself? I'm going to try to cover my face. But this just looks rather thick, and although it is absolutely beautiful and it shines in the light, I want something that looks more melted into the fabric and not something that looks like it's just sitting on there. Once again, this fabric is a fabulous, beautiful product. If you were just doing promotional, like if I just was doing YouTube and I sat at home wearing this, this would definitely catch your attention. This will look beautiful. But because when I gave my mother, not my mother, my mother-in-law, one of each shirts, one made of this material and one of this material, she came back and told me at first she generally did like this one. She thought this one was beautiful because it was brighter. And she was like, although if you're looking to see which one is thicker, you can feel that this one is thicker. She said it wasn't until she had a hot flash that she realized this one, because it was thicker, it made the experience of that hot flash less enjoyable. And she said she felt as if when she grabbed her shirt and fanned herself like this fabric creased on her just a little bit more than this one. So that's why I'm like, I want to go with this company here, with their material, because it just looks so thin on the material, on the fabric, that it looks like it came from a professional. To me, this looks like the name brand company made it, and then this was the bootleg company that tried to recreate it. And that's why the plastic looks so thick in person, because it looks like it's almost trying to bubble up and off of the product, but I know it's secure. I know it's not going to go anywhere. Nobody else has had issues with theirs, but I decided to keep these last few versions just to make sure everyone knew what I had going on, because baby, when I tell you, the shirts, I'm trying to have everything going by June. The coffee mugs and stuff, if you want those, or if you want one of those custom made, I can have that to you, baby. You can order that to the Tuesday night that this video go up, and you could be drinking out of it by Saturday, because I got those on stock and on deck and wrapped up all ready to go, honey. The mugs are the absolute easiest and fastest thing to make, which is why I made them the most affordable. And because it was such an easy time, well, I'm not going to say easy time, because I find this process the easiest because it's what I have the most experience with. That's why I was able to go ahead and throw the coffee coaster in there, because I want to get practice. I have been working on different types of coasters, because I also have some circle coasters. Let me see if I can pull this up. But I've come to find with research that the circle coasters break a lot easier because they're 100% ceramic. And most of my clients are women who have children or grandchildren. And when they see something that bright, they're colorful, they usually go for it. And most have found that that circle coaster broke before anything else could. That square one, no one has broken it, even though many people have said they have dropped it. But I want to show you some of the designs that I did for those. My favorite and best-selling coffee coaster design would be considered this design here. I did these for a few co-workers that I can show you all. And you see the mug shows the mother names, and the bottom of it has different hearts. Those hearts are all individually placed by me. Then it also has the coasters that has the children's name. The thing is with those, because of the template that I use, those have to be ordered in 4-piece sets while I'm doing them individually. In the future, I am hoping to offer those individually, but right now, that is something that I'm just doing customizable, where you have to order the full 4-piece set, the 4 coasters and the 4 mugs. I also was at one point in time offering tumblers, but I realized it takes so much more time to get the tumbler done because it has a 360 wrap. And what I have is a mug press, so it has that gap there for the mug handle. And with the tumbler, you don't have that. And I want to see, that picture can go up right here. Which one am I going to show you all? Okay, that set there that I made for a stylist shop. As you can see, that same ombre sheet that I did the t-shirts with is the same one that I use these with. But I was testing out to see, how can I layer this? How can I rotate this to get the best effect? And in the future, I want to be able to offer tumblers, but instead of showing them the way that those are, where the coffee mug has certain handwritten designs and things like that, I am trying to save up, and hopefully this can get to a point where when I offer you all tumblers, it'll be a completely decorated 360 wrap, whether I offer those where they have my first design where I have my actual picture on it, or whether it has a custom logo we have, or maybe even I can do it where the customer who orders it can have their name custom put on there, because that won't be something that I have to sit down and weed out and pluck and actually get lined up. The printer itself will cut it out, and it'll print it for me, my Cricut will cut it out, and all I'll have to do is wrap it, and you will have a full 360 design. And maybe even I can get it to the point where I can take in orders where people can send in the picture they want on there and have it printed, because as you all know, I did have a cousin who just gave birth. You all saw that photo on Instagram stories. And it wasn't until I got over there that I've realized it is not twin girls. She has been praying for twin girls the entire pregnancy. And what popped out first was a girl, but the youngest and their 4th child is a little boy. So she's happy she got her little girl, but my little cousin gonna have 3 brothers, baby. So she gonna have to fight them off the baby to have some freedom, and I'm gonna help her. But I was able to take and create this shirt with that picture they posted and let us share with the world. And when I went to visit the family for the first time since they had the babies, I was able to surprise the mother with that shirt. So it's like, baby, you know I was coming with your mommy mug with the baby names and stuff like that, but I wanted just that extra something, like this is the shirt you share with everybody. Now you can walk around and show your babies off. You ain't got to run to the store and feel guilty for leaving them home. You can take that shirt with them and still feel good and show the world you care about your family. But we've been talking for a while. I said this video was going to be a half an hour, but it didn't turn into an hour. I hope you all are truly enjoying all the ideas that I brought you all. Once again, the final launch will be June 1st. Next week, I want to try to come back to you all and see if I can have these designs for you on the final shirts. I'm still waiting on the distributor. The thing is, how can I put it? When you are trying to get everything going in the business world, you have to buy a certain amount of stuff in order to get that business discount. I can't just go in and say, oh, somebody just ordered 2 shirts. Can I get 2 of these? They're like, oh, you said 200 of these? Because in order to get the best price on the business end and make a profit, the distributor who's going to give me the best price is saying that. Like, you got to order the sizes by the 100. So you want 100 of these, you want 100 of these. And it's like, ooh, I might have to take a little cut and come over here where I can order as many as I want. As long as I pick out a 400, it costs a little more, but then I can go ahead and say all I need is 100 shirts. But if I get 10 in each size for each color, then I'm good that way. And I have some stock of everything. But once again, in order to get all of that going, they want that professional license. They're like, we need your paperwork. We understand you say you a business. We understand you say you filed everything. But until the government give you your certificate to bring to us, we're going to charge you wholesale prices. So, until June 1st, when the official launch comes, I'm either going to be making extremely itty bitty money or none at all, because I still want to make sure I get everything out to you all. I'm going to probably be taking an L on shipping, because until I can get that going, that's probably what's going to take the longest, is figuring out which company is going to give me the best rate once I have my license. is I'm going to offer shipping for just a flat rate of $10 to you all, because I went to the post office and you can all can check. I can even see if I can find that receipt. Just shipping off a mug and a coaster, which will be in one of these boxes, which I've shipped to everybody, was cost me on average between $10 and $15 for just that alone. I said, baby, I knew prices went up, but I didn't know it was like that. But I do not want to be that company that is charging an arm and a leg for the beginning. I'm just going to have to eat that. And then I'm just going to have to save my records for tax purposes to prove that I was covering that until I can get my license and get everything going to prove that this is the rate I should have been charged. But I don't want to hold things off any longer. I want to make sure I get this out to you all. So remember, I love you all. I'm going to make a post in the community tab showing you all 4 shirt designs, plus the coaster and what's the names, because I have pictures of everything already, plus what the price range is going to be. Remember, $15 to $25 in the beginning. When we get to limited edition things, most things only are going to cost an extra $5 to either customize or get a limited edition thing. Like, say, if you wanted one of those mug sets for yourself, and you wanted that Makeup by Torrence, but you wanted it, say, in purple instead of the red, it would only cost you $5 more for me to go get that extra purple instead of the red that I have on file. Same thing for the shirts in the future. All shirt designs will come with a different limited edition design. For the limited edition, if it's the same material, it'll be the same price. It'll just be a limited amount. But for those where I'm going to change it, like from that metallic to that full, more than likely that will go from $25 to $30 because that is a 2-step vinyl process. But for that full, when I tell y'all, I found out about a new process that they got going on where you can take that full and make it look like marble. I've seen it, but I haven't attempted it because I'm scared that if I get it right, I ain't gonna want to do nothing else. But we need to end this video. I need to get this going because, one, I need to go over it, edit it, make sure this link is up tonight so you all can be here tomorrow. I told y'all this video was gonna be a half an hour and then it turned into an hour that fast. But I just want y'all to see behind the scenes we have been working, and you can tell. If this is just the shirts that I have been keeping, you can only imagine how many other shirts have gone like completely bad, where I was scorching shirts. It was some where the glue was melted down into it. I didn't burn some up to the plate where I had to go get another. Like, it's been a mess. But I've also been having fun because there were some things where, like, I know technically I could, I know legally I could never, ever, ever sell it because I don't own the license into it. But let's say you see a meme or something you like, let me go ahead and put that on a nightgown or something that I know is raggedy because I never leave the house with it because it's a hole in that shirt. Or let's say I done found out a couple of people who I know own Crickets that I thought, oh, you've been making money doing this. Nah, baby. That Gucci has really got you. I ain't mad. I'm just mad I didn't get up on game earlier. But we're going to end this here. I want to remind you all that I love you all. And remember to practice, continue to stay blessed, and until next time, goodbye, YouTube.